There's more to the Agent Forge that you maybe thought at first. Maybe you're already aware, but we might have found a new piece to this puzzle recently. So let's discuss that, some fixes for known issues that are coming soon to the game, and we could also hear some big news pretty soon. So let's get into it. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. The Ancient Forge, where you went to multiple times after hunting the cultist to upgrade your Spear of Leonidas and get access to more adrenaline and better abilities, but after that we haven't really been to this forge anymore. Well, there might be a chance that we have a good reason to visit this forge in future DLC or other content releases, because the spear is not the only weapon that we might be able to upgrade here. Allison recently reached out on Twitter, and Live, Laugh, Love Memes on Reddit tagged me in a post about this as well, but I know some other people reached out even before that about this sort of topic. But again, I think we likely got the last piece of the puzzle recently. So if you enter the forge right now, then you of course immediately would go to the spear section where we could upgrade our spear, but facing that is another weapon, an axe. From the looks of it, similar to the axe we got from Brontes, the Cyclops that was of course already in the main game. I mean, we totally see the same shape here with the blade that cuts a little bit on the top, as well as the pointy thing under there. Yes, this has to be it. Another weapon that seems to be forged here is the Sword of Damocles, and I hope I pronounced that right, that Deimos of course had. You can even interact with this sort of pillar and hear Cassandra or Alexios talk about this blade.
This imprint is shaped like the sword Deimos had at the cultists' meeting. Was it forged in this place?
Very interesting indeed. There's also a fourth weapon that you find more near the entrance, and this could really be two weapons. I'm really torn between which one it is. It's the weapon with two identical parts on both sides. So first, before defeating Argas, we thought that this would be the Minotaur axe that of course also has both blades on each side. You see some blades in the pillar there as well, but there's also that thing in the middle there between the blades, and I don't think that those are the horns from this axe. The hammer of Hephaestus though that we got for defeating Argas fits better in that shape overall. It has the pointy thing in the middle with the molten hammer ends on both sides. I still think though that the things in the pillar look more like blades, so it could really be both in my opinion. Of course, I'm curious to hear what you think in the comments down below. I'm more leaning towards the mace myself, but again, could be both. Of course, the question now is, what does this mean? We got at least two items that have something in common. Those are rewards from defeating the mythical creatures, and those are of course linked to the first Sith artifacts, just like the whole forge. We know that there will be a hard mode for the mythical creatures, but I think for that activity we just have to go to the new fast travel spots that appeared after defeating all of these enemies, and then we can fight them again, but have that fight be more challenging, with one piece of the Abomination legendary armor set as a reward. Now I think that a link to the Atlantis DLC is more likely, as that will also be focusing on these mythical creatures and the first civilization, so that could totally be connected with this Ancient Forge. There's also a closed door in this forge here, thanks to Matthew for pointing this out on Twitter. Could be something that we can open at one point, right? It could also be that this turns out to be nothing. Worth pointing out is that all the pillars for the other weapons are broken in this forge, except for the one where you upgraded your spear. So high chance that the other pillars are not functioning anymore. So maybe it's just a small nod to these awesome weapons that we found later on in the game. I still think there's more to it though, especially because of that interaction with Cassandra and the pillar where Deimos' blade was probably made. And then these pillars must have been broken recently if Deimos still had the sword that was forged here, right? Many mysteries, so hopefully we learn more about this place in the future. I think we have a lot of other content to play though before we can learn more about Atlantis and hopefully what is going on here. But it seems like it does not stop there, with the voice and motion capture actors behind Alexios and Cassandra saying more DLC coming your way. And he recently also posted another image of him in a mocap suit. And sure, this could have been a picture that he made a while back and now posted, although he has a ton of mocap pictures recently, so I think there's more to it. It could of course be for the Atlantis DLC, but you would think that most of it has already been done, right, with the first episode likely releasing in April. And motion capture is mostly done a little more before that, right? I still hold on to my fall expansion sort of prediction for this game, as I noted already in previous videos. So like a beefy expansion, maybe with the new entry points to Odyssey for people as well. I even got a theory of what the timing will be and where it will be set and stuff like that, but I only want to discuss that when we have more of a confirmation that something like this is coming, and we could be hearing more about a potential extra big expansion for Odyssey as soon as February 14th, when Ubisoft will do their financial meeting discussing how they did last quarter, but also looking ahead at what will be coming in the new fiscal year that starts April 2019. And last year in February, when they also had this financial meeting, they said that they had 2 more unannounced AAA games coming before the end of March of 2019. This was alongside the Creed 2 and Skull and Bones that was then still planned for a release before April 2019. Well, of course that is delayed now, but it still shows you that they are willing to assure their investors that big things are coming in the next year. Likely Watch Dogs 3, Skull and Bones will be part of that conversation again. Another big title, maybe a new Ghost Recon or something. And yes, saying that they got something extra big planned for Odyssey would totally fall in line with this as well. I will be listening to that financial report and share any interesting news that might come out of it. Again, February 14th, my Valentine's Day plans are set, although I expect more on that day as well. Namely a big Odyssey update. Ubisoft now detailed what fixes will be part of the next title update. Again, I think February 14th, but it's not confirmed at this point. One of the big things that they will address is the 207 ability points glitch I told you about recently. We see Hangtime 1984 here having an issue where it notes that he got an ability point, but it did not appear in his ability window. Well, good to see that Ubisoft is already on the case and that they will fix this in a future update. In the known issues article, we also see that they will fix the missing Helix items bug that of course occurred during the recent maintenance. So I think most people got their items back in the owned section, right? Well, what they will do is deploy a fix so that this will not happen again in the future. Thank God. The Daughters of Artemis situation will also be looked at, where you could not attack them anymore, or where they could actually attack you after you becoming their leader. Fixes for the visual customization windows are also on their way for Ubisoft Club items, but likely also for the 2 new mythical creature weapons that we can't find in this window. So those things will be fixed in a future update, but they also listed some things that they are looking into currently. I put a link to the known issues page in the description down below so you can check it out for yourself. But again, I expect that next update, including those fixes, really soon. Will New Game Plus be part of that update? I think it's very likely. After I just uploaded my video saying that it will be coming really soon, based on a response from the official Assassin's Creed Twitter account, that same account now posted a more public tweet once again confirming that New Game Plus will be coming in February. Again, I think the coming week already, but again, that is not being confirmed yet. Malaka on Twitter, really cool name, asked if we could switch characters, if this affects ship lieutenants we could get through the game, and if there were any new rewards in the New Game Plus mode. The official Assassin's Creed account just said more details next week, so the coming week. Switching to Alexios or Cassandra, if you played the other character before, was something that Ubisoft was looking into, so hopefully they can make it work. And extra rewards, I mean, you would hope so, right? You would hope that they add something new to chase in this New Game Plus mode. Yes, this week will be exciting. I'll bring you all the news when it happens, everything you need to know, so totally subscribe to stay up to date on everything Assassin's Creed Odyssey if you haven't already. Like the video to support the channel, and now let's go, as always, to Sargon. Check out his store and pray to the gods for the Hades Lieutenant. Okay, there are 2 customers in the shop. This must be something special. Sargon, do you plan something special? Because I'm ready. Oh, no items. Oh, they are back. Let's open the freaking Olympian gift, shall we? Come on. Come on, Sargon. You know what I want. You know what I want. Ooh, no. That is how it's going to go from now on, because every item I can get is a lieutenant, so it will always be that size. But this is the Pegasus Lieutenant. Damn it. So close. It feels so close. But yeah, there are a lot of other lieutenants that I still need to get. I mean, Pegasus looks cool, man, but they're not the one that I want. Let's just open another one to get that epic item over it. Why? You're not gonna give me 2 legendary items in a row. No, of course not. Hunter's Gloves, Hunter damage, damage and overpower abilities, crit damage, well. No, you don't want the Hunter damage and overpower abilities. So yeah, I told you, two guys in the store, 2 kills for me. That would be... Oh no, that's the guy that cannot die. I'm gonna leave him for now, but what the heck. Crazy things going on. You go swim, of course. So, yeah, again, exciting times. Hopefully next week we also get the 80th Lieutenant. I will, of course, continue my search here on the channel. So subscribe for everything Odyssey. Check out my recent build video with a pretty cool build on a really heavy spear wielder. And, yeah, I will, of course, speak to you next time. Don't forget to like if you haven't already. And goodbye.